Hello and welcome. Thank you for coming to celebrate this Simcha with us. I'm here to answer some questions that were sent by Hadass about devora, me and devora, and I look forward to sharing those answers with you throughout the course of the game. Where did devora and I first meet? We first met at a Shabbat dinner at Ilana Rossman and Zoe Klein's. It was a big meal with a ton of people, and we didn't really talk after that for about a year until we had another meal, just us four in the same apartment, meaning me, devora, and Alana and Zoe, and that's when devora and I kind of hit it off, and so I kind of say that that's when we first met. What was our first date? Our first date was I invited devora over to make sushi, homemade sushi in my apartment, and she had just had surgery on her wrist, and so I was doing like all the rolling, and she couldn't really do anything. Probably wasn't the most brilliant first date idea, but we had a lot of fun, and apparently everything worked out. So, what's my biggest pet peeve? Honestly, these days, it's probably that devora often leaves a glass of water on the floor by the couch, and I have a tendency of knocking it over, and it's kind of been driving me crazy. That's my biggest pet peeve. What one article of clothing of devora's would I get rid of? Okay, so if you took devora's whole clothing supply in every closet, if you took everything together and then just separate it half and half, I would probably get rid of half of it. One of those halves. Probably sell it, and we'd like put the money into our first house or something. If devora had to get rid of one of my pieces of clothing, she would get rid of every single undershirt that isn't quite white anymore, and every underwear that may or may not have some holes in them. When devora says, Ariel, they're playing our song, the song that is playing is Brit Olam by Monte Caspi. What do I call devora? Pink cherry bubblegum. devora, you're gonna have to, I think, tell them the story behind that one. What does devora call Ariel? Chaim, or Chayati. Devora's favorite TV show is any type of terrible Israeli reality television, followed closely by certain types of terrible reality American television shows. If devora could live anywhere, where would she choose? It could be a number of places, but it would have to be somewhere with warm weather, like exclusively, and probably around her family. So Dallas would make a good choice, or Houston. We'll see. I've gone to the grocery store to pick up eggs and milk, and on a whim, I've decided to get devora a little treat, and that treat is, okay, ideally we're in Belgium in this example, because ideally the treat is those delicious Belgian waffle cracker wafers that are really, really yummy with a little bit of ice cream on them. Ideally, I'm picking up that for devora. A perfect wife is one who embraces you and loves you despite your flaws, but who always pushes you and motivates you to do and be your best. Well, that's all for me, guys. It's been a pleasure hanging out virtually, and I had such a blast playing this game with you guys. I hope devora enjoys the rest of the party, and I look